All right, new run, boys. Blasted Ceres again. Max difficulty. We even have the Demolier impact. Everything's on max. D20. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we get a satellite. We get more geysers. That's decent, I guess. Yep, we gotta try again, man. Sus joining the first dupe again. Let's go. All right, legit Max Ceres 2. Name it like a rocket ship. We could have not grabbed the 4th dupe because that's technically minus 2,000 calories per cycle. Right, that probably might be the biggest thing. Just not getting dupe number 4 that early. And then try to beeline for farming as soon as we can. Instead of a digging dupe, because I'm realizing everything is soft as heck, we do a cook. All right, the great mechatronics roll again. Classic stuff. I feel with that, Sudak. I've been like that too. I remember there was a time period I just didn't know what to do. And I would launch various video games and then I would log in. And then once I'm in the game, I don't even like do anything. I just log out. Oh shit, build supply operating, let's go. Yeah, we'll get the skill point. It's not bad. Probably try to get cook farming. Plant murderer. I don't know about that, man. Irritable bowels. Not sure. This guy can't cook, but we have a cook. Research rocketry. I guess this is fine. But yo, man. It'd be like that sometimes, Sudak. You're just in a rut right now, man. You'll get over it. Alright. Take 2. Legit Max Ceres. We're looking good. Okay, heaters up there, technology's down there. First things first, we were gonna move the bedtime a little early. Set up the priorities. Right, cooking, farming, research, operating, build, supply. We'll do digging on these 2. We'll do tidying on these 2. We'll do tidying all 3. And then this will be our starter set. We have no digging dupes, so no one on priority on attacking. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose. All right. First things first, we probably want to grab Cinnabar ore. Second things second, we need to kind of designate a starter zone. So let's go this way. Grabbing the stuff on the side is not bad. We want to go this way as well. You're going to be Chef this time. Chef Turner. I mean, we got to give you the chef outfit, right? Hopefully it's not cursed. All right, welcome in. Brown pants today. New P1 no, I'm not gonna play PoE1 until they get WASD. Not until they get WASD, man. It's not worth playing Path of Exile without it. Yeah, man. WASD is king. It really is. $18, these two, so we kind of want the ladder here. Set that up. We'll keep these tiles here natural. 18, 19, 20. I guess we could use snow here, build that out. Get that to that side. Going on, Shrimpsky? I see you over there. Playing DSP, nice. New DLC is the easy one to survive by far. Honestly, the new DLC is yeah, pretty straightforward. It's not too bad. Then again, though, I think it's not supposed to be hard to survive, because if you think about it, it's how do I say this? It's supposed to be easy, no? Because the thing is that it's only supposed to be hard if there's a lab map. And I feel like that's kind of what we're missing with the new DLC. We need an ocean lab map that's supposed to be hard. Haven't played since they added the new stuff. I haven't played PoE 1 since 10 years ago, dude. It was a long time since I've played. Oh, DSP. Oh, yeah, DSP. Thing about DSP is that I feel like the gameplay in theory is not bad, but I fundamentally hate the spherical grid. I hate that. I really do. That's the one thing that I just could never really get around to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know the water planet that you could get to in the space map. They could make a map that's like that. You have a small little sphere in the middle of the ocean. And then you just are surrounded by water. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on the water planet in the star map, that you get the graphite, lime at the bottom. In the middle of the ocean, you have like a mass of dirt, that's sandstone, and then a geyser in the middle. You can make a larger version of that, a little bit larger, and you start off inside. But then it's like all ocean around you from that point. Yeah, it took some time getting used to. Worlds are randomly generated, so it's dependent on your seed. I see you. All right, we get started with the research. Make it a force at the bottom instead of the middle. That could be a thing too. Start at the bottom of the map with the ocean above you. It's not a bad idea. Oh, we don't have dirt. Okay, we gotta grab some dirt, it looks like. I don't know if I want to actually run this heater. I think we're just gonna remove it from the get-go, because my dupes will have to pass towards it to get the buff and then leave. And then they do that twice a day. I would rather try to just put that in a bedroom once I get the bedroom up, whenever that is. I've got a little bit of dirt. They're already eating the pemmican. Oh my god. False early game promises. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fine. We're eating good already. Dude, I just had the craziest idea. What if they did a dry planet? They basically make it Demolier. But then the meteor that hits you is all water. So you basically don't know where the water is gonna fill into. And like you start with a little bit of water, but like not enough to survive. And then the water meteor hits you. And then you could put water geysers on that instead of having volcanoes. And then the water hits you, and then it's you get the ocean in the map now. All right, you guys went to sleep. Get some dirt in the outhouse, man. What? Get some dirt in the outhouse, man. People gotta poop. There we go. All right, we're gonna be trying to get some food started. We want to grab the technology for wood tiles and for the water heater. And then we're probably going to try to get farming ASAP. We are naturally just going to harvest everything. And we do want to go this way to grab some stuff from the get-go. Auto harvest that when we can. Yeah, man, it'd be like that sometimes, but it'd be a different challenge, right? Which is kind of what I'm trying to make. Like when you do a lab map, it feels like it's usually something they make you do is like a little bit more out of the ordinary. So I feel like they kind of, you know, keep that I guess, design philosophy in mind. Something like that wouldn't be bad. We're gonna try to keep the CO2 inside here for these plants to grow. I probably do want to go out this way. A lot of food right here. Some pike apples down there. No power, it's fine. You know, we didn't really struggle with oxygen in the last playthrough, but it's like so early on in the beginning. I think it was just a starter oxalite carrying us. Still though, I think we do still want to have the Alveoveras kind of planted somewhat early. All right, first tech's in. We still got to grab the sweater. We still got to grab the tech at the bottom. Let the dupes do their thing right now. A lot of CO2 from this. I think it's all right. Oxygen's included. Just mop the CO2 and carry it to the plants. That's both a good and a bad thing. You also get your pip to put the O2 plant going in early, figure out polluted mud tack. Oh, in the water planet? Yeah. The pips on that map have carried that map. If they didn't give you pips, it'd be a struggle, dude. Not gonna lie. Dude, you know what I kind of want to see? I want to see them go back in time. Not the dupes, but the devs. And release a lab map for the bionic dupes. And you know what I would want to make that map design? You literally start in a square box. And you get nothing except a Prince Scepter that's already unlocked. You start with 3 bionic dupes, defragment, get databanks. I mean, get microchips. And then try to go from there. So you literally like just have a sandstone world with the Prince Scepter. That could be kind of cool. Then it's like, yeah, man, just got to go to space. You probably have to get some starter resource though, realistically. Yeah, you can't just get like all sandstone. Go to space, get the databanks from space, from scanning. And then start printing out the stuff you need. Microchips. There's no way to convert that to databanks, huh? That'd be cool if that was a thing. Whim hack. Damn, the idea kind of died. I thought that would have been cool though. You figured that out early. It was day 1, dude. I didn't know there were pips, but like the moment you got the pips, I was like, dude, if we have planting based oxygen, that's so good. Because that solves the oxygen not included kind of idea. Alright, we will want the dirt. We know that. The mud. The mud was really strong. The filter tech plus the yeah, the filter tech is really good. If you have it in a good spot, it saves, yeah, it saves you a lot of oxygen issues. That's the old school tech coming in handy, dude. All right, we realistically probably want to start digging down here so that we could start putting our farm tiles in. No one else figured that out. Yeah, it's a little bit obscure. But anytime you have like just, man, when you have a lot of polluted oxygen and you have a good amount of sand, that was like the first thing that popped in my mind. Like, oh yeah, just hit it with a deodorizer. Why wouldn't you? It's free. I guess 5 watts of power. All right, we're almost good with the farming. We do want to get that started. That also unlocks the grill. That's what we call the veteran experience. Feels old, man. But feels legit, man. Now we're almost ready to grab the unlock portal. We're going to be starting to clear out some farm space right here. My man Marie's sleeping. Oh, we have Alveo Vero down here. Nice. All right, no dupe. Food. Let's go. Give me my nutrient bars. We got trail mix, baby. We got the trail mix. Got the tech. Cool. Now we get the water heater for the supercomputer once we need that. We'll eventually want to get a lab room here too. Yeah, they give you a lot of oxalite. I mean, it's fair. They probably had the devs kind of do a playtest, and that was probably like, yo, man, you have no oxygen in the beginning, dude. He's like, yeah, you're probably right. Let's give them a little bit of oxalite. But dude, you really have no real way of generating oxygen otherwise, right? They gotta give it to you. All right, I'm actually gonna give them a wash basin this time because we were getting wrecked by food poisoning. We really was. We was really getting wrecked by food poisoning, man. It's kind of crazy. Now there is an advantage where nice. Let's grab the large battery. Where the building contents don't get affected by the ambient temperature, so it's not that bad. Rooms will help out with stress, but I don't think we have the ability to dig out that much space. Like, it wasn't lack of morale, right? Like, the morale was fine. It was just because we're on max difficulty, stress mods. You see the chilly surroundings, 10%. You get the flat, highly, frankly depressing 20, that's 30. You have, and then it's like, if you get something else on top of that, it just makes everything worse. Slipping, that's why I didn't want to use snow that much. Slipping is just flat stress. And if you're already at a barely net 0 point, that's just going to accumulate. So it's like the morale's not really going to change too much. Though I do think getting a bedroom might actually be pretty good. Not so much getting like the +1 morale from the latrine. That's not that big. Just because they're already decent morale already. I do think, though, I was getting wrecked by the food poisoning, so I'm going to try to get a hand wash station. Oh, yeah. Get the sweater, dude. Someone needs that. And then can we start with the food? That'd be kind of nice. We have 2 days worth of food. We could start grabbing some more from the harvest as well. But yeah, cold map just makes them slow. Wait, this is still -5 athletics? I thought they changed it. This is still -5. Hey, what the hell? So they just made this worse? I thought they removed the athletics penalty. Instead, it's just an enhanced stamina penalty. And stress. Dude. It's the worst of both worlds. That kind of sucks. That actually kind of sucks. Dude, what's that, man? I was wondering why we were walking so slow. Am I wrong? Didn't the patch notes say that they changed chilly surroundings to not have the athleticism penalty anymore? Or was that something else? Eye irritants, maybe? Was that the only thing that got changed? Oh, feels bad. Alright, supercomputer would be the next thing I would want to grab, but everyone's just sleeping right now. It was eye irritants. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so what are my dupes? Who should get the sweater? I think we're going to give it to Sus. Because he's going to be farming and cooking, so that's pretty important. It's just eye irritants for salt water. Oh, man. So we're still getting wrecked by this, huh? All right, let him poop. We need to wash your hands though, man. We really do. And you immediately eat after pooping. Dude, you need to wash his hands. All right, we grabbed the stuff we wanted to grab. We're almost getting nothing done though. They're just sleeping all day. Oh, slip. Grab the food. Grab the farm. Farmer sus. Grabbing as much as he can. Oh, we have food down there. Oh man, it's kind of far though. All right, we might want to stop researching kind of early. Grab the super... Ah, man. That's why you suggested snow tiles, but I was thinking it's like... The heater only lasts half a cycle. And if it's not in the bedroom when you wake up, they're going to sleep randomly until they get one. They're going to walk to the heater, lose time from that entire travel, and then go on to their day, and then midday they're gonna go back to the heater and try to get the buff again. And then that means they're gonna have to stop what they're doing and walk to the heater, right? That's the thing that sucks about it. If the heater was 1 day buff, that'd be nice, because it'd be like, that makes a lot more sense. But since it's only half a cycle, I don't think it's worth. I honestly don't think it's worth. It just feels like the amount of time it takes for you to travel to the heater, whatever it is, like, it could be sometimes beneficial, sometimes not, depending on where you're at. That I don't think it makes up for it. Realistically, having the heater in the bedroom is the best solution. It's just, I can't get to that stage of the game yet, because we're in the beginning. It's all about just getting food, right? But that would literally be it, I feel like. Because realistically, if you have it in the bedroom, you don't get cold bedroom debuff, and then you immediately use the heater upon waking up. And then that makes it so that the midday travel is the only thing you're really worried about, which is fine. But yeah, I think it's literally just, we need to try to get to the be able to actually build out a bedroom. If we can, I think that works out. Of course, though, that's if. Big if. So that's kind of what we got to do in the beginning. Kind of get to that point. Though there is probably the idea of just making this into a bedroom in the beginning. D-Mayor, join Duke Colony. Who'd you gonna be taking? Gotta bump this up. Nailed 5 stream streak. Shout out to you, D-Mayor. Nails do be the mechatronics guy. Oh, dude, you balloon artist? We're gonna give you the Rexes. Little Predators. And then since you're gonna be the mechatronics guy, you're gonna get the construction outfit. We call him Young Naruto. Of course, he gets the Womp gloves. Do we got Timberlands? I'll give you some Timberlands if we got some. We got no boots. I would give you Timberlands, man. That would work out. Except they don't exist in the game, unfortunately. Yeah, Mechatronics hat pretty far away. No hats yet, man. I guess you could get the starter hat. No, you gotta get the carrying capacity. Baseball cap. Marie Research. Thus is gonna be cooking ASAP once he's ready. Alright, let's remove the outhouse so we get a wash basin here. We also want to try to get this harvested for a little bit more food. Okay. I do want to deconstruct this for the wood, but I guess we can keep it there for now. And I do want to go down to here. Schedule midday break instead of right before bedtime. That doesn't really... maybe that might work. But at the same time, that's like kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, we would have to be able to get to the point where we could have bedrooms. In which case, the problem is solved by having a bedroom. So it's like, if we get to bedrooms, we're fine. And then we'll have heaters and all that. But we got to get the bedrooms. All right, please get the water for the wash basin. This does not freeze because the sink is insulated, right? Damn, that went down point. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's get the wood tiles here. That's probably the interaction that's bopping it. Now the sink doesn't work. God damn it, sus. He dug out the tile. The problem is that technically the building interacts with the floor. So I'm thinking if we replace the floor with wood, which is slower, this slows down. I might be wrong. It looks okay. It looks like it doesn't really change too much. Yeah, we do want to try to get the farming here started. Thought they changed that. Buildings don't interact with the floor. That is... I think I know the change you're talking about. I'm not actually sure if I remembered exactly what they typed out for the verbiage. That could be correct. Because I thought what they changed was... you could run radiant pipes behind buildings instead of needing conductive paths. Something like that. I don't remember. But I think I know what you're talking about. There was something they changed during the APP update in relation to the heat transfer rate. I need to read what they actually said again. I forgot. So that might be right. All right, we're growing food. Pike apples. Do we want to go down here? We are probably okay to dig this. Dig that. Dig that. And then once we get down here, we're going to get some more seeds. I probably do want to go up this way as well. And then there's these foods up top. This allows us to get into here, and then we'll probably want to get up to here. And then we'll harvest these plants. Then here, 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 I guess. If we could dig that, that would be pretty good. We'll get to some seeds this way. And I think we're going to slow down on the research right now. We kind of need the labor to do other stuff. Washing our hands is pretty good. The one toilet, one sink combo. And then the next thing we're going to probably want is getting an area to cook food. Dude, you're starving, goddamn. Alright, we're gonna slow down the research, let the labor do other stuff. plant the seeds, plant the plants. We're gonna have to dig out this area a little bit, get our plants inside. We kind of want to get down here. Let's try to prioritize this setup to be able to get the sugarberries and the pike apples. There's already one there. We do also want to start cooking the food. Planting the plants is also pretty good because they're going to grow. Instead of 12, it's 3 cycles. Okay. Let's dig that. They're probably not going to dig up here because it's kind of far. Everything is close by would be better. CO2. Alveol Vera. Alveol Vera down here would be nice, but we might have to put some like right here. It looks like a lot of gas is getting caught up. No seeds is fine. Mr. Flocks, toilet time. They're gonna share the toilet. A little bit of exhaustion. Food's growing. Calories are starting to get pretty bad though. We really need to get to here to uproot. I guess that means we will want to bop this as well. But yeah, there is technically food nearby. Up here as well. Classic starvation. They woke up just to go back to sleep. Classic dupes. Classic dupes. Everyone's sleeping on the door. What is happening? Oh, slippage. Stress is already at 50%, man. All right, so there's food down here. Harvesting that's also food. Let's calm down with the digging on that side for now. Generating some calories here could be kind of nice. Getting the ladders built down there could also be kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That breathing. Okay, 900. We might have to start eating some floxes soon. I want to wait till they lay an egg. There we go. Food. So much food here. Let them eat, boys. Let them cook. All right, so we have a CO2 pit now, technically. Oh, dude. Our plants are being growing now. Yeah. We really got to start cooking. This is already looking a lot better. It's kind of crazy because we have food up here too that we haven't grabbed yet. And if they're not eating yet, this is fine. Oh, wait. Chef Sus with the cooking hat. Wait. Frost buns. This means that we discovered sleet wheat grain somewhere. We could only get frost buns if we see sleet wheat grain. How is this discovered? Where is this? Where is my food? Dude, this is food, man. This only pops up if we find the food somewhere. It's gotta be here, right? On the other side of the abyssalite. That's like the only spot it could be at. Oh yeah, right there, sleet wheat. Wow. It's in the fog. Okay. We got some sleet wheat. Yeah, man, we have food, man. We gave them cooking skill with cooking priority. We want to bump this up to a 9. We'll allow them to eat, but we also want them to cook. Bathroom, to washing their hands. Food down here as well. Food over here. We might have to move the flocks if that's fair. We got to pay attention to that. Okay, one moved. Let's go. Can we dig this? We kind of need to pronounce, man. Gravity, man. Gravity OP. All right, so technically that's 2,400 calories. We got some more food right here too. We doing all right so far. Get to cooking. 58%. How did... Okay. I was gonna say, how did you get inside? Let's dig this. Oh, we moved them out. All right, jump back, dude. All right, so can we dig these tiles really fast? Oh. All right, Marie, don't dig that. Don't dig that. Don't dig that as well. Lower this down to a 5. Dig 9. Cancel uproot. Jump up, please. We need a jump up. Oh, we bopped the tile. God damn it. All right, man. He's just got to go. It'd be like that sometimes, man. And then we just continue digging the top. We're expanding the food. We have enough floxes. It's fine. It's fine. Meat's on the menu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're getting close to the point of stabilization. You missed the first attempt, maybe. We might have starved to death. Believe it or not, man, this game is actually don't starve. Oxygen was cool. We had no problems with that. Starving, on the other hand, though, man, that was a bad time. No, we just didn't have enough food in general. I think the big thing was that we kept getting debuffs stacked, so food poisoning, because I didn't want to make a wash basin. And then we didn't have the ability to cook the pike apples anymore. I should probably not allow them to eat this right now. So as a result, we weren't generating the extra calories that we needed. I probably took an extra dupe way too early. Ooh, pemmican. Dude, 7.8. Dude, that's so much calories. All the kcals are stabilizing on the food this time. Though I probably do want to start making the alveo veros down here. Might be a big thing. Yeah, man. We're getting food from the pod. The RNG... What do you call it? The RNGesus pod giving us the food is pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. Max diff Ceres, Blasted Ceres is the one place I couldn't beat comfortably. I will say this is probably the hardest start. Aw, come on. Okay, this means we might want to get a second outhouse. Because that is a lot of stress, no? Oh, you didn't really get stressed out from that, really? The lab map is tough, man. Alright, we probably need to start making some more oxygen. That is the one thing I've kind of neglected for now. We're making food, but not oxygen. Classic stuff. And since we have food, we should probably work on this, right? We just need the dupes to be getting down here. Do we actually have dirt? I'm looking at this. 18 tons. So we are actually good. Y'all make some of the planter boxes. We got to grow some alveo veras. I mean, it's nice late game, but it's hard to get to that point. Yeah. Classic cold map problems. Classic cold map problems. Makes a lot of sense that do be the problems. Legit Max Ceres the second. Someone died. And as a result, I was like, you know what? We're going to reset because someone died. Timo! You're going to be Marie, dude. Is that cool? Timo is going to be our first isekai schoolgirl. There we go. We should probably give her long socks, but the cake shoes is pretty good. Yep. Someone starved, man. I was like, we're gonna reset. I did not want to live with the shame of starvation. Like, dude, we're playing oxygen not included, not don't starve. And we starved. Feels bad. That's not even the main difficult part of the game. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Dude, I thought I was gonna manage when we had that when we started cooking the food a little bit more. I was like, oh man, we're gonna survive this. We did not survive. Oh man, you're cutting fat. I see you, dude. Shout out to you. I hear one thing is you want to take your weight, if you do weigh yourself pretty often, at the same time every time you do weigh yourself. Because they say that you will fluctuate around 10 pounds of water weight. It's less than 10 pounds, it's like 9 something. And it's up to that amount. It's not like that much every time. But like, you know, it's real, dude. If you poop before weighing yourself, you're gonna be lighter. I believe they do that in boxing sometimes, where it's like they're trying to hit weight for the weight class, and then it's like, oh dude, you're a little bit over. And it's like, oh, let me use the restroom real fast. (101, 102 in the morning), nice. Do you have a target weight? Or are you just doing it because it's going to be, you know, good for your health, as they say? Bueno pala de salud. We're starving. That's got to be 98.99, 5 to the end of next month. Okay. That's yo, man. I believe. I don't know about you, man. A lot of times in America, you want to hit a certain weight before summer so that you can go to the beach, right? Classic stuff. But the funny thing with that is that after summer, I think we're pretty good on that. We're going to start making our bedrooms. After summer, you know what? Maybe we should start doing ranching tech. So we get wood. Yeah, it's probably better. After summer, people usually let themselves go. And it's because you get the... Like, once fall starts, that's all you're doing. You're eating. You get all the holidays, man. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, not only get Thanksgiving, Christmas in America is Thanksgiving V2 Electric Boogaloo. And I'm like, not even kidding, dude. Like, you have the Thanksgiving dinner. It's the same dinner. Right? Like, you're just like, it's not only do you get Thanksgiving, it's fall time, right? You're not going to be outside as much anymore. And then it's cold, you're going to be bundled up. So it's like, well, gaining a little bit of weight here is not that bad. And then on top of that, it's like you have Christmas. Oh, man. Not going to the beach. That's fair. But yeah, in America, it's usually by the time summer ends, a lot of people don't really care about their weight until it's New Year's. And then after New Year's happens, it's like, all right, man, we got to get back to the gym. And then it's like you start working out through like wintertime, springtime to get fit again for the summer. To be honest, I didn't know the dinners were supposed to be different. Oh, he's talking about how, you know, I just said that Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, they're not supposed to be different. It's just I'm saying that it's like those are like two holidays where you kind of have it designated around a feast, right? Like it's like, you know, you get with the fam and you eat. That's really the holidays, right? Of course, you know, there's other things you do, but like that's kind of what it's revolved around. And that's the reasoning why a lot of times people gain weight around that time. At least that's how we are in America. Because we have Thanksgiving, right? Not a lot of other countries have that around that time. It's very much the American thing. Alright, we're going to try to get ranching started. and then we'll get bedroom soon. D Mayor's a little bit stressed again. But yeah, it's straight up the chilly surroundings. Alright, the only way for us to combat that is literally sleeping helps him out. But we need to warm up the map. So I want to try to get the heater. We're going to try to... We already did a lot of the digging down there, and we got the Alveo Vera started. So the oxygen should be a little bit better. I want to get a bedroom started. What's the range of this? I think we could just do a short bedroom. Four tiles each side. Want to get ranching started though, so we get a source of wood. No, he's getting flat stress from the chilly surroundings. 10% stress. And since he has no way of relieving stress, because you're minus 20 plus 20, that 10% extra just slowly accumulates, which is what we have now. 10% per cycle, right? And it's cycle 11. So it's like we just need the heater, man. I guess we could just make a heater. Many pagan cultures have a harvest feast, one form or another. Those seem to be faded out of the culture for some reason. Yeah. I feel like it really kind of depends. In America, I think it's because of how it's like fall harvest. And then given, you know, where we're at, fall time is around August, September, and then it's like, well, you want to eat before winter. Stuff like that. So that kind of makes sense for us in that regard. I could see how other countries that might be in like a different type of weather pattern would have it at a different time of the year. Like how Australia has Christmas and it's summertime. And so they're at the beach having a barbecue, and that's really nice. Barbecue Christmas sounds amazing, to be honest. But yeah, man, I feel like a lot of that tradition stuff stemmed from the like history. Other cultures might carve it out a little bit differently too, just for their own kind of cultural identity, carrying on certain traditions. I could see that. All right, so we're great on food. I'm not even looking at the calories anymore. Okay, I kind of am. We got all the skewers. No longer eating pike apples, and they're fine with that. We got food, dude. Just go eat. We're gonna do a little bit of research. I guess we could slow down on the digging right there. I do want to get the second outhouse still. And then I want to get the bedroom started. What is your stress reaction, Mr. D. Mayor? Ugly cry. You know what? We could tank that. We could tank that. That's like when you play Final Fantasy and the boss doesn't do a lot of damage. So you don't actually need to get a tank in the party. And it's just DPS race. That's basically D Mayor. He got the DPS archetype. So you know what? That's cool. We let him do his thing. Yeah, man. Free ice. That's just, you know, to help grow the Alveo Vera. Seems legit, man. All right, people have eaten. Still a lot of CO2 here from the... there was a solid chunk of CO2 that melted, which is where that came from. You're not starving, dude. Just grab a skewer. I mean, he's cooking when he can, man. We want to get the ranching started. You know, we could probably hold back on the ranching. So who's my builder? The mayor. The man that's about to cry. Oh. Oh, dude. Ranching dude, but he's bottomless stomach. I don't know if I want that. Layra is frost proof. And I feel like getting another dupe right now wouldn't be bad. Ah, man. I don't know if I should take another dupe right now. This might actually make us lose, but having the labor would be kind of nice. We'll take them. All right, Layra is going to be digging designated. So the other people don't have to dig. And then Layra, after digging, is probably going to run the wheel and help farm. Yeah. We don't really need the digging skill. So we're just going to leave it unassigned. We do want to get this set up next. Now that we have a new dude, we probably want to make sure everyone is pooping. Immediately pooping. And then holding the breath, I believe, is a stress thing. No, it is not. Okay, that's fine. We gotta harvest the plants. We're gonna bump priority for farming for sus. Though we do need them cooking. Okay, yeah, we want to dig that. We're missing seeds, which is fine. Bump these up. Let's uproot that. Uproot that. Dig that. Uproot that. Get some more alveo vero down there. Pike apples. More food for the chef. New outhouse. Kind of want to get that done. More food's coming out. Or before... Oh, man. All right. Let's dig up the left side. The right side. We kind of want to do that as well. You know, with the extra dupe, maybe they'll be fine. Let's get this built before we need the water and we can't use it. I'm thinking we might not need the ranching yet. Because technically we don't have the skill point for it. Right? Yeah. We don't have the skill point for it. So, door. And then it's 10 tiles. This is just going to help out with the food. We're going to chill on the research. Running the wheel for the grill. What's going on, Envy Hank? Hope you had a good week. Nah, it's hot, man. We got a heat wave this week. We getting cooked, fam. Mad hot, yo. It do be the bad times. So hope you're staying cool, Envy Hank. But yeah, man, it's hot, fam. It do be like that sometimes. But you know, we doing what we can. We chilling. Quite literally. Trying to chill. Oh, dude, the World Cup. That's right, dude. I have not... You trapped? Oh my god, right there. Save yourself. Dude, I have not paid attention to the World Cup at all. You know what's funny though? I'm getting a lot of soccer recommendations on my algorithm right now. I'm getting a lot of the Norwegian Viking guy. What's his name? Erling Haaland. I got recommended the like montage video where people are tackling him. And then he kind of just shrugs off whatever they try to do. And the person that tackled him gets carried out on a stretcher. And it's like, apparently he's a unit. Like, he's huge. Big, strong Viking. They tackle him, but then they get hurt instead. And it's like, that's such a meme. Like, that's such a meme, dude. Imagine tackling someone, but you get hurt during the tackle. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. But yeah, I haven't paid attention to the World Cup. Just historically, we the Americans, not too big on the soccer. All right, hopefully this bedroom kind of carries us a little bit. Here, get some seeds. It is. Where it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of the sports that the countries are usually strong at compared to the rest of the world, the gap is closing across every sport. Like, there's a lot more non-American basketball players now. And like the world, not the World Cup, but like when they do the you know, the Olympics for basketball, it's starting to become a lot more competitive. I'm noticing that, right? And it feels like it's kind of across the board, not even just like basketball. It's every sport. People are getting better at the other stuff, man. So it kind of makes sense that the US is getting better at soccer. Yeah, it's a little bit better. We went for food immediately. The big difference might be this building. It's weird. Now that we're washing our hands, we're not pooping all day. Feels weird, man. The sink is carrying us. And it's so weird to say that. No food poisoning. We did get the food drop from the printing pod too. That's true. We got a pemmican drop. But yeah, it's getting better. No food poisoning in the run so far. And I feel like that's actually saved us. It's so weird to say that though. But yeah, man, they're washing their hands. And look, no coronavirus. Like, that's not literally what it is, but like, it do feel like that's what it is. We're getting beds right now. That's literally what we're going to be trying to build. We kind of need to get some food. All right, so this is going to be the bedroom. We want wood because it's a better insulator than everything else. And then we could try to keep the heat inside. Oh, is there a food poisoning thing in the United States right now? Is it E. coli? Salmonella? That stuff is never fun, man. Alright, we have food. They could go harvest if they need to. We gotta be cooking again. We're no longer playing Don't Starve. Yeah, Sam, whatever it is, still sucks. And then after we get all the food in, we're gonna be trying to get wood from the floxes, and that's gonna help us stabilize. Who eats veggies? Dude, man. People who are constipated and need the fiber. That's me, baby. Goddamn, being constipated sucks. You eat and you have to wait like 6 hours for the food to digest. And then by that time, you might want to snack again. Oh, you can't go to Costco without a car. That's one thing, man. You can never just walk to Costco. If you are, you're like just getting like medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really all it is. The stamina drain, dude, the amount of times my chef went to sleep because they were exhausted from stamina last run that we just had was enough to make me want to actually try to combat it. I really do be like that sometimes, man. All right, let's not build this. Let's try to get these in because we're not doing research right now anyways. Yeah, this is going to be an odd size bedroom. It is, it is. I am considering that right now. All right, so I thought the snow was going to fall down. I guess it doesn't. We got to get the bedroom room. I think the big thing might be just the stress, man. D-Mayor is stressed out all day. Exhausted all day. Sleeping on a ladder. Times are tough, man, when you're sleeping on a ladder. So look at that. All the food, dude. That's nice. Chef's still cooking. Food drops, immediately deep freeze. It's not bad, man. All right, no shine bugs. We're just gonna have the doors open. And then this is gonna be the shape. I thought the heater was too wide. I guess it's not. Dude, chit chat buffs, new friend buff is all pretty good. We cannot afford new friend though. We're gonna grab the copper. Oh, the space heater. Yeah, I don't have power for that though. Oh, we don't have space heater. Dude, where is space heater? Could I get that early? So that I don't have to burn wood? That would be so much better. You know what? That means they run the wheel a little bit more, right? All right, we'll just burn wood for now. For a while. Space. Oh, it's right here with insulated tile tack. I had that last run. Huh. Because I grabbed insulated tiles early on without really thinking about it. Yeah, burning wood sucks. We gotta do what we gotta do though. We'll burn a little bit of wood. Just a little. And we'll ranch the floxes immediately. Alright, we're gonna continue the ranch research. Look at that. Timo cleaning the toilet when they said it was clogged. All right, which bed looks the coziest? All right, 4 dupes, 4 beds. It looks cozy. We don't actually know if it's gonna help. But it looks nice, right? That's all that really matters. Hand bed. That's plastic, man. Yeah, that's why we want the beds. That way we could get the warm bedroom. Get the good sleep in. All right, you're not gonna have one guy without a bed, right? Let's go, D-Mare. We do have advanced research. Okay, cool. Who would be designated? I guess we do have to give sus farming and then in turn ranching. The other person might be Layra as a for now rancher. We're just gonna have to wait till we actually could get the ranching. Dude, look at all that food down there too. And we cooking. Dude, we're doing good on the food right now. This is max difficulty, right? I just want to make sure. I did change this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Because this is a lot smoother than the last run. Oh, look, iron. Minus 40. Alright, no one's putting the wood to this. Yeah, it's still too cold. A little bit of stress. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 31. 31 times 267. 8,000. So even without cooking, I have enough food. That's actually great. We are going to not consume the nutrient bars and pemmican anymore. Or the sherbets. We're going to keep that as emergency food. And we'll just be eating the skewers. That's pretty good. We're kind of sustained. I would not mind it though if someone opened the door. Oh, no one delivered the wood. Cold bedroom space. No. Alright, man. Deliver the wood. We need it. Alright, so next thing is going to be Phlox Ranch. There is a weird thing with the Phlox Ranch. I can't put it too high up because the snow up here is going to be too cold for the Phloxes and they're going to start taking damage. But I think this layer is probably going to be where we're going to want it. So let's move this up. 4 space gap is here. We'll try to keep this as a ceiling, and then we'll probably want to deconstruct this and the coat rack. Yeah. I guess we could also put it underneath. I just didn't want to have the food kind of growing kind of weird. I think this is going to be fine. Y'all want to deliver some wood, man? Yeah, Phlox box. Make one of these farms for them. We don't have the tech yet, so we're going to be waiting on that. All right, heater. Get the buff, yo. The big thing is no more 10% stress from chilly surroundings until they touch a little bit of liquid CO2. And then the CO2 falling down is pretty good. I want to get a second ladder shaft on the side so this empties out a little bit better. Okay, we can't build regular tiles. This is gonna be gross. So I asked chat not to judge me. We are in a low situation with wood. I am gonna be making the ranch for the floxes entirely out of farm tiles. Don't judge me, fam. This is what we call the necessary stuffs. So I'm gonna put doors on top of this. Why not snow? I'm gonna be real. I don't like snow. Can you slip on this? Does it have... Oh, it doesn't have slippery tag. So you don't slip on snow tiles. That's pretty nice. Why not snow? Snow eventually melts. I'm imagining it eventually it's gonna get warm. But in the same token, why not dirt? The flock just poop out dirt. And then we keep the snow for the alveo vera. No, we don't. It's ice for this. Okay, I don't know why we're not using snow then. We really should use the snow, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep the dirt tiles because they are air quotes legit. Don't flocks? No, they eat the apples right here. What? Who eats snow? Can we make snow cones? I'm kind of mad we don't have snow cones. Oh, it's for the bonbons. We're totally saving it for the bonbons. Yeah. We're totally saving it for the bonbons. Because that's the only way we get plastic. I don't know, man. But yeah, we're going to be using the dirt. Because we realistically... They poop dirt, so, you know. I don't think we're going to run out of that. Snow cones, dude. Snow cones are legit. Yeah, this is low mass. Less than 100 kgs per tile. Realistically, not that much. Oh, wow. It's not enough food. How do we not have enough food? That's kind of crazy. How do we not have enough food? He's just not cooking fast enough. Dude, we need to get a quartz crystal right there for the well-lit workspace. I should have put the grill next to the research portal for the light source. I didn't think about that. That wouldn't have been too bad. Alright, we're gonna argue. We could then move the plants on the ceiling of the ranch. Seems legit. Oh, dude. D Mayor was crying, dude. Feels bad, dude. We have made him sad. Time for dinner. Have a good one. We'll see you next time, MV Hank. Appreciate you for popping in. Don't worry. We will keep the little dupes warm and they will not freeze. But yo, man. See you next time, dude. Be safe out there. Stay hydrated. You put the grill above the pod and use does it actually reach that far? I guess I can't really tell because we don't have anything there. Put a heater next to the grill. D Mayor is crying, man. He's having a bad time. Dude, we have so much calories. How are we actually starving? Oh, it's all in pike apples. Okay. The next thing that really would help us out then, even though I don't really want to build this, is putting a second grill. And the logic is that he could now chain grill jobs. And we'll be able to have both of the pike apples nonstop. Grab the oxalite. Hey, Karanik. Welcome back to the city. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the 14 months. Keep on wheeling. Layra is the only free dupe. I'm just saying, man. So you cool with that, man? We're gonna give you Layra. Karanik, though, I see you over there. How are you, dude? Hope you're having a good one so far. Hope you're staying cool. It's hot, man. It is hot. So I hope you're staying cool over there. You want to wait? All right, cool. When we get a new dupe, we will have to remember to keep on wheeling. Is there a specific dupe you want to aim for? Get dibs. Some people do that. Wait till the, you know. Oh man, I want Meep. Classic, right? Everyone wants Meep. I am a man. So you don't want to be sailor girl outfit, schoolgirl outfit. That's fair. Just a hot one, relaxing, cool glass of lemonade, watching the stream. I hope you guys are comfortable as well. Dude, man. I realize that I've always thought I knew how to make lemonade. And then I've actually had, like, real well-made lemonade, and it was so different. Like, I used to just do the thing where it's just like you squeeze the lemon, sugar, water, right? Like, that's lemonade, but like you could make it so much better than that. I did not know, dude. It's kind of crazy. Apparently, like, if you want to make a good lemonade, the trick is you have to use the peel. And like, it tastes so much different, but it's so much better, dude. They don't be lemonading, man, but it do. They really do be lemonade sometimes. Cucumber water, dude. Dude, you know what's the best lemonade I've ever had? Strawberry basil lemonade. I've never thought to add basil. But when I had that for the first time, I was like, oh, this is delicious. Strawberry basil lemonade, man. I see you over there, Alpa. I do like the muddled lemonade they sell at the fairs. I don't know how they make those at the fairs. But I feel like anything at the fair is like... It's like, because it's like you look at everything else, deep fried Oreos, funnel cakes. You just imagine everything there is just really bad for you. Thai lemonade with mango and lemongrass. Oh, wow. I've never actually had that. That sounds pretty good. I see you over there, Alpa. Chef's taken, though. Feels bad. We might need a second chef. But it'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, man. I've only ever had lemonade where you squeeze the lemon by itself, and I was like, this is not bad. And the one time I had like air quotes good lemonade, and I was like, how did you make this? Oh yeah, the secret is using the lemon zest. You gotta grate the skin. And then there's other ones too where it's like, yeah, you gotta peel the skin from the lemon, and then you have it sit in sugar, and then the natural oils from the lemon peel extract out, and then you use that mixture, and I was like, dude, it's crazy. The amount of work for that, man, is so much. Lime juice is also better than lemons. You know what's one thing that I thought was oh yeah, it's just lemon juice. At the supermarket, they sell like lemon extract or something. It's basically just lemon juice in a small bottle, and it's like, oh yeah, if you don't want to buy lemons, this is pre-squeezed. But then when I've had that, I was like, this is not it, man. This tastes so acidic. Like, it tastes chemical at that point. And I could not stand that. I don't think I finished the little bottle with like small 6 ounce. I couldn't do it, man. It was just too much. All right. Now we have 2. Keep cooking. Calories are really nice now. We might just allow them to eat the pike apples. That way nobody starves. Everyone's topped off on the food. Our research is done. I think I am gonna grab insulated tile tech next for space heater. It's not, but it's enough that you mix it with sugar and it's sweet. Yeah, I guess that's true. No, not drinking it directly. Like, I would try to use it as squeezed lemon juice for various things like making lemonade. It was just so different that I couldn't, like, I could tell that it wasn't like fresh squeezed. I mean, maybe not fresh squeezed, but it just didn't taste like lemon juice. But nah, man, who drinks lemon juice straight up, man? That's insane. Back in my day, we would squeeze the lemon right in our mouths. But nah, man. After that, I was like, I don't want to eat this anymore. I would use it to kind of just spray on the surface and like wipe down places with the lemon acid. My girlfriend says I taste like lemons. Seems legit. That means you got to take a shower, dude. That means you gotta take a shower, my man. They don't think be like it is, but it do. Got a little bit of that sour taste. Oh, look at that. Chain cooking. Oh, we don't have the battery power. All right. So we probably want to get a proper floor here. Yeah, that was where I wanted the door. I guess we need to finish the ranch before we actually worry about that. Could I put a placeholder battery somewhere? There's no space where the wire's already running. I guess we'll keep it like this. I guess putting it on this side's not bad either. Dude, man, sweating after the shower is a sign of diabetes. I'm just kidding. I made that up. Real talk though, man. You really do be like that sometimes. Dude. That, yeah. Feels bad though, but that do be the case. Sometimes, man, that do be the case. Oh, D-Mayor crying. You know what I was thinking about? After just seeing D-Mayor shed a couple tears. Have you guys ever gotten teardrops that were called, oh, these are your own tears? I don't know if that's a thing. I remember I had my cousin. had dry eyes or something like that. So she went to the doctor. They did something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, these are eye drops made from her own tears." And I was like, I didn't think much of it, but is that really a thing? Like, they extract tears or something like that? I don't know how that works. The only thing I remember is she was like, "Oh yeah, it smells really bad." I was like, wait, what? Tears smell bad? I was so confused. But yeah, apparently, like, that's a thing. It's just salt water. Wait, but they're eye drops. You don't put salt water solution in your eyes, do you? That sounds like it hurts. Basically, she got eye drops that she said was extracted from her own tears. I don't know. So I was a kid. We were all kids. And that's what she said. So, you know, as kids, you kind of have to take it at face value. Oh, yeah. And then she told that to me. I was like, seems legit. You know? I was like, seems legit. I don't know if I believe it, but you know what? We believe it. They don't think be like it is, but maybe it do. But there's a lot of stuff, extra stuff, depends on the application. Okay. So it's formulated saline solution, probably made into eye drops, right? Oh, they adjust the level. So it's kind of like getting glasses with the lens to work with your eyes specifically. They get eye drops that work specifically or work better for their eyes. Game of telephone, that's fair, man. Game of telephone. Alright, man. Looks like getting the bedroom did not help out with our stress situation at all. They're supposed to de-stress at night when they're sleeping. But it looks like it's climbing up now. What the heck, dude? This is not good. Alright, we're going to be continuing our Phlox Ranch, or at least trying to. And then this is going to be our wood source. We're going to run out of wood at some point, so we're just going to be trying to get ahead with that. We don't need the morale, because we're +2 over. I guess we could add it, though. It's not a bad idea. Right? Because if we have high morale, we're good. And high morale is literally 2 morale over what's needed. And everyone is at least +2. So the morale is not really going to do too much. We could do it, though. We might need a designated farmer. That's not the chef. Because my plants are not getting fertilized right now. Feels bad. And it might be because we're cooking all day. Alright, so Layra is gonna help out with the farming. I do want to open the door so they don't waste time. We won't have access to this anymore, but it should be okay. There's no more digging. And the only reason why they're starved because they're pooping. Oh my god, the hand wash barely lined up in time. Ooh, Joya Seeds. Best plant in the game. But yeah, bathroom latrine. Maybe eventually it's gonna help out. Right now it doesn't do anything though. open the door. Sleeping minus stress. We could technically make them sleep longer so that they de-stress more in the day. And I'm thinking after we're done researching, we're gonna stop researching. So get the insulated towel tech and pause. Oh, my man's crying. Clean the toilets, let's go. We actually needed to do this. And now that there's no power for the grill, we're fertilizing all the plants, probably. Yeah, this all just got fertilized with ice. Phosphorite for these plants. Oh, man. I just realized we're going to run out of phosphorite. It's probably going to be the next thing, right? We're growing a decent amount of pike apples. Yep. At some point, we're going to run out of phosphorite. Dig this then, just to get a little bit. There is a good chunk right here. This is cinnabar. Yeah, then there's not that much outside of that. That's going to be the mammoth ranching we're going to want to do in order to make sure that we get some form of phosphorite for the plants. Aw, come on. How did, man? My dupes, man. Yeah. We don't really need the food right now, though. But that could be something to do. How cold's the water that comes out of here? It's 25 Celsius. I hate actually farming sleet wheat. It's so inefficient. I would totally love to get the prehistoric planet plant, Megafrond, instead. Feed it some chlorine. Hopefully we get a chlorine geyser or something like that. Oil plus salt slush. Minus 25. Gotta stretch, gotta wake up. Still stressed at 95. Emo. And it's because it's cold. Ah, dude. How come you didn't get the heater buff? How come you're not getting the heater buff? Like, aren't you supposed to go to it to get the buff? There we go. Now we frost resistant. Oh my god. This is not even half a cycle. It's 0.2. Wait, did this get nerfed? Why is this only 0.2? Dude, that's so gross. Oh my god. The heaters looks worse every day. The heater looks worse. I thought it was half a cycle, man. I thought it was half a cycle. Yeah, I don't remember it being that bad. I thought it was half a cycle, man. I really did. What the heck, man? They don't think it be like it is, but it do. The heater sucks. I'm still kind of surprised they didn't make that better because it's so... like... it's approaching the tier of ore scrubber, dude. It is. It is approaching the tier of ore scrubber. Right here. It's approaching the tier of uselessness as that building, the ore scrubber. God damn, man. All right, we dug down this way, got the pike apples. Dude, I feel like it needs to be at least half. But realistically, you should get that heater buff for the full cycle. You really should. Half is not enough, man. Even then, it's not even half. So it's like... It's really only there to make it so that the dupes don't get the cold bedroom debuff. But pathing to that to get the buff 3 to 4 times a day is so gross. I don't know if producing the heat really helps us out. Maybe producing the CO2 for the alveolar vera might be the only thing that's kind of used for right now. Really do be CO2 production sometimes. All right, let's do a little bit of ranching math. These guys eat 20% growth per cycle. We get 33 per cycle because this is 3 days domestic growth. We could also just feed it pike apples, which I probably don't want to do. So 3 days, 1 plant. 20 per day. So if we get 3 days for 100%, how are you starving? Because you're trying to get the heater buff instead of eating. What? Why does it look like Teemo's the only one going to get the buff? I have not seen anyone else go get it. What the hell is this? Why does it feel like he's the only one getting the debuff? Alright, we have calories. Something about 0.8 plants per flocks. So if I'm thinking about this, 3 days, right? Fully grown, that's 60%. So 1 plant, 60%. Because I'm doing 3 days math. So that we get some sort of balance. So 60 times 5 is 3 plants. So 3 plants per 5 floxes. Is that the math? Yeah, I'm going to try to make it so that we don't have to dupes do this. 3 plants per 5 floxes. Because it's 60, 60, 60, and then 60, 60. Yeah. Okay, so what's the spacing for these guys? 12. So that's 60 squares. We technically have it. So we do want to get a shearing station, and then we also want to prevent them from moving out. So 64 here minus the 4, so we just get doors right here. Yeah, we're pretty much, we have the size of the ranch. Now we could also let them free roam. I'm doing 3 per 5. Because that's exact amount. I'm hoping that that's fine. I don't need more than that. Like, how much wood are we really going to need? Because I think once we break out of this, we get minerals, right? So we could avoid having to build, like, wood stairs. And then we'll probably get away from the wood heater at some point as well. Layra, the makeshift rancher, or we give her abyssalite digging. I don't know if I want to give her ranching skill. I feel like giving Sus ranching skill is kind of a travesty. Like, he's gonna get the farming, and then we could give him ranching just cuz. But then it's like, he's gonna be busy. He's not gonna have time to do this. That's the thing that sucks with that. We're gonna fall behind on the calories. Dude, this lines up perfectly with the rooms that we have here. That's kind of crazy. That lines up really well. All right, we'll let him work. Let him cook. Since we're great on food, I probably do take a dupe next. So we are looking for what, a farmer? Farmer rancher? Layra is helping out with the farming, but she's technically a miner. She's trying to dig, yo. We would have to expand the bedroom, true. Wouldn't be too mad about that. Getting this done. We could have the new guy sleep on the floor for a couple days. Yeah, ideally you do want to have a rancher be a dedicated rancher, a cook to be a dedicated cook, and same thing with farming. Ideally, you have them be dedicated workers like that. Same thing with researching too. What do we got? Build, ranch, farm who's narcoleptic. Dig, build, farm who's a murderer. They're both murderers. We have a narcoleptic Gossman or the big stinky. Alpa joining in. They're both murderers. Do you want the murderer that falls asleep periodically? Or do we do... I mean, at this point, that means I'm getting ranching, right? Right? That's basically what it means. I'm getting Gossman for the ranching. And the farming is just kind of like you're not doing anything. I guess you're farming afterwards. Yeah, Keep on Willing has dibs. That's the thing I wanted to ask too. Let's grab Gossman. Because I don't think we're going to do build dig with this guy. Well, the other thing is we designate Stinky to do the digging. And then he helps out with farming as a secondary thing. And then we make Layra the rancher, who has no interest in ranching. But they have 2 skill points that's not assigned. So they could just get ranching, right? No plus skill or anything like that. Both potential cooks. Ah, man. Keep on Wheeling. Are you here, dude? Gossman, I believe, is... Yes, Gossman. Okay. Gossman is cool if we do get him. Okay, cool. I know that Stinky's cool. Stinky's a dude. Gossman is technically gender X, I believe. So I don't know if that mattered. So if we grab Gossman, we won't be able to do... The thing with Gossman is that we would have to wait like 10 cycles to get ranching skill because it's second skill point. That's the one thing that does suck. Okay, it's okay, cool. We will live with narcolepsy. New friend, stress mod, let's go. Minus 10% per cycle. That's gonna carry us. Keep on wheeling. Welcome in, dude. Oh wait, Gossman's female. I lied. Well, thug life. You know what that means? Gotta get the sailor outfit. Alright, keep on wheeling. We'll give you a onesie, man. We'll give you the dino onesie. I think I mixed them up. That's what it was. There, man. Gave you the onesie. You want green. Green. We'll hook you up with the green outfit. That's kind of gross. All right, welcome in. You sleeping? Oh, you sleeping on the floor and you're scared. Okay. So you do the ranching right now. And then we want you farming as a secondary. And then you were a gourmet. I don't know if we want you to cook. At least, no. My man, wearing socks on ice is not good, dude. My bad. I guess you do the buildings. I don't know if I want to give you plus on that. Alright, we'll give you storing. That might be okay. And then tidying. Alright, you're not ranching yet, but you eventually will be. Alpa, do you want Lyra? You are on the list now, but this is a free unclaimed dupe. If you don't mind, we give you Lyra. Lyra, right here. This would be you, man, if you want them. This person is unclaimed. Are you able to get rubber? With the new... I don't think so. You only get that from gumwood. Otherwise, you gotta get plastic. It looks like if you want to get gaskets. You will take Lyra. Let's go. Alright. You will be Sailor Girl. You really do be like that sometimes. Give you the orange gloves. The orange boots. Welcome in. We need a more for rubber. The only thing that kind of makes sense, yeah, it would be the seals. The only thing that makes sense is really the seals. They're the only thing without a morph right now. Phloxes have Shatter Phlox. There's Gold Mammoth, Royal Mammoth, which really just leaves the seals. Seals wouldn't be bad. Seals wouldn't be bad. But I feel like they wouldn't. So you get the nectar from the bonbon. Like, would you still feed them bonbons? Or would they have an alternative, like, food type? Because they usually do. So that you get increased egg chance. I don't know what it would be. Like, you can't really make that gum palm, even though it makes sense from a, like, resource perspective. It's like, at that point, why would you even need the seals, right? So wouldn't that make it so that you need to feed them squash, maybe? And then they stab the squash and reduces growth? I don't know. What other plant do you have on this? It would have to be the squash, right? We already have the bonbons being fed. It would kind of have to be the squash. There's literally nothing else on this cold planet. You can't really give it pike apples. It doesn't feel right. It feels like it has to be the squash. Yeah. Wasn't FPP the first DLC with the new dev? It was, right? They had the lead dev change? Or they added a new developer? I forget what it was. But that was their first DLC, I think. I might be wrong. I didn't give any leniency. This DLC sucked. And I still think it's the worst DLC out there. I gave it no leniency, man. I was like, this DLC sucks, dude. Told it as how it is. Really do be like that sometimes. Stabbing the alveolaris. That's why there's holes everywhere. The seals keep stabbing it. Logically, I guess that kind of makes sense. Technically, it would be here, I guess. All right. Second heater, which kind of sucks. The people in the middle are going to be mad warm. Okay, so this side's ready. Get the door set up. I think we're just going to replace these two with wood. But it's like they have the grazing animation, right? I feel like you kind of have to give that to them. The grazing animation. I guess it could be kind of like the sea queens. They eat the pearls from the clams, but they can't eat it from the clams themselves. And they gotta have someone spoon feed it to them. The I guess it could be like that. Like, it sucks, but yeah. Dude, they should allow us to make a fake tree. And the liquid we put in dictates how the seals morph. That sounds so jank. Give them the fake trees, man. Alright, stress is going down. The new friend buff has been pretty nice, it looks like. Minus 10% per cycle for the new friends. Alright, we're going to be able to get rid of these pike apples now, because we'll be able to just grow it up here. Yeah, dude. I feel like having that would be kind of nice. Maybe. I think it'd be pretty nice. Teemo's still crying, though. Getting the buff still. Alright, 60 tiles, which is the 5 floxes we're gonna do here. We're gonna be doing that. This is gonna be priority 8, and then we will need some power here. Okay, cool. This lines up with the other floors because this is a 20 wide tile, which is the default setup for the bedroom. 20 wide. So that works out pretty well, getting 5 floxes. And then we just got to grow the replants right there. We're going to grow extra food here as well. But effectively, these 2 rows are going to get bopped. And then we're going to be able to move these 20 plants to the top, which is 20 plants. Okay, so very likely we're going to want a ladder here, but we just can't build it yet. So we're going to copy paste this, that, and then we're just going to deconstruct this row. We have enough food that I think we're fine. We're going to bop allowing them to eat the skewers, I mean the pike apples without being cooked. Now this is going to be a new room for activities. Probably going to be for the, maybe the bathroom, maybe not. I don't know what other rooms we would want right now. But yeah, we're going to move these 2 rows, get these planted. Maybe even remove these, because we do have the extra 6 here that we're going to be adding in. Too bright. I forgot that's a thing. No, wait. Too bright? It was both this guy and this guy. On the left side. But this guy right here should be getting it too. The weird thing is that the person that's getting the light shouldn't be immediately next to it, but the guy in the middle. The guy in the middle was fine. Feels weird, man. Either way, I'm willing to swap these 2. We're gonna move the seeds up top. We are, oh, keep on wheeling is, this is what, 25% of the way. We gotta wait for him to level up still. That's fine. We're doing all right so far. CO2, ooh, 8 kgs. Is that a lot? We should release that into the bottom. Alright, we should also continue researching at this point. Automation wire is probably pretty solid. And then get some refined metal. Might be not too bad. Stress is going down. Good times. Polluted oxygen has started. Feels bad, man. We will have to wait for everything to start growing again. Everything might harvest at the same time now. Up here. And then the big thing is disable harvest over here. We will need to move the phloxes inside once we can. Proper ladder spacing. Just so I know where it's at. So far, so good. I haven't really kept up with the oxygen, but it looks like it's pretty okay. I'm starting to get worried because we now have to kind of think about opening the oxalide right here when we need it. Hey, it's a baby phlox. Slow learning rancher. What are the chances? Let's get rid of phlox. Feels bad, man. Slow learning sucks. Oh, really? That seems not bad. We don't mine to the top if we go through like here. We will still have a little bit of snowfall down, but it's not going to be as much. I guess we could also go down here. Because in this blocks, a little bit, it's a lot of snow down these two right here. But then we would not get that much snow coming in. And then we get to the abyssalite. Left side. That might be the play. Alright, so let's create a little bit of space. I might actually want to allow the CO2 down though from here. CO2 just got released. Should spill in to feed the plants. Also, here is not bad because it's abyssalite and it's up top. So I don't have to worry about CO2 issues. That's probably pretty good. Maybe we do go out this way. First things first, I want to make sure we're not going to get wrecked by that. We're good everywhere else. Food, plants, CO2 here is fine. 19 kgs. I probably do want to open that. And then this is the massive oxalite that is like backup, just in case we need it. It do look like that would be the play. All right, man. Hopefully this is not famous last words. Let's go up to the top right. A lot of digging. We do eventually have to get out of the starter biome. And we are really stabilized right now compared to the first run. We got bedrooms. We're going to be getting flocks, wood. Wood's kind of low right now, but we're going to be getting some soon. Waiting on this guy to get... He's at 40% EXP. So that's just a matter of time. Outside of that, we just have the starter biome that we're probably going to want to start digging through, but we need oxygen for that. How much pea dirt do we have? Maybe that's the solution. I put pea dirt like it's going to search it up. Sublimation station. We could just use this for oxygen. Because it's like, if we're getting yucky lungs just because it's already out there. I guess not that many people have it. Yeah, I mean, if we don't have yucky lungs, it's not that big of a deal. And then if we do use it, though, it is going to cause yucky lungs. Alright. Push come to shove, we'll do that, but we'll wait. Because technically, it's not good for us. Let them work. Harvest, do the things, fertilize. Research is done there. Yeah, refined metal into dispenser bins so that we can start getting the eggs mined out. Let's make that setup. That's probably pretty smart. Start making the egg removal setup. Probably right here. That's going to want to fill up, and that's going to thin out our oxygen a little bit. Oh, there's 1,800 inside. The oxalite is down there. Do I... Wait, what? I don't have sconce? They don't give that to you when you find the tech? Is that real? They don't give you the oxygen sconce? Dude, what's the point? Dude, what the heck, man? They don't give you that? Oh, man. I guess it is what it is. Breathability up here is where it's bad, right? I don't know if I should be moving the oxygen up. I feel like I should. But you could boil the water. I guess we could. Can you breathe in boiled water? I guess you can, but it's probably not a good thing. For a little while. Isn't that something they recommend to loosen up the mucus in your lungs when you're sick? Take a hot shower and breathe. I see you, ball. All right, people of chat, I'm gonna take a quick little break. I gotta use the restroom. I'm gonna refill my water. I gotta lay down on my back for a second. I'll be right back. We back, fam. No one's dead. Let's go. You know, that's actually kind of ballsy to do that on max difficulty. Step away and let the dupes be duping. Alright, we will keep this guy with the +1 here. He needs 40% more. Oxygen seems fine. It's getting a little thin here because of digging this out. That's kind of the thing about digging the snow. You end up digging up so much space, you get O2 problems. Classic situation. Dude slept fine, no bright light. Okay, that's nice. The minor change with the heaters worked out, I guess. Double grill, yo. Seems to be all right. Wood is at 1,500. Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing this. Oxylite. If they're not doing anything, they can move it in. The oxylite from the bottom. That way we could kind of start counteracting this. Yeah, it was weird because I had this guy complaining and this guy complaining, and the overlap area was here. But he was cool with it. It was weird. I don't know if I want to take another dupe right now. We could probably do it though. Second cook, that's a meep. Doesn't really do the builds. Dig, cook, tidy, stay-at-home dad. He'd be digging a pool in the backyard, cleaning up the house, making the meals. Has IBS. This seems very stereotypical. Second cook would be not bad. We have the bed space. Food seems to be okay. We'll grab. All right, so Meep, we give you the cook skill. You're gonna help out with the cooking. Meep, meep, meep. Every time I hear that, I'm thinking of the Road Runner from Looney Tunes with the Wile E. Coyote. That's the person that comes to mind when I hear the word meep, meep, meep. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's the dude, man. He's got a face only a 2-ton printing pod could love. And it's only because of the face scan recognition. Feels bad. I've never seen tons spelled like this. No, he's fine. We made so that the schedule was all lined up for both. We are all 2-ton printing pods because we love meat. Wait, oh, you're taking damage because it's too cold up top. Alright, so this bottleneck kind of makes sense. You know what that also means? I'm actually considering putting the sublimation station right here. Because that would warm it up, right? Wouldn't be too bad. Weight shaming all of chat because we all weigh 2 tons. Since I'm American, 2 tons is like 100 pounds, right? So I'm 2 tons, 200 pounds. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. We gotta get the egg sweeping mechanism. We're gonna want to build that here. Oh, this is actually 2 tons. Wow. So does that mean if I melt this, I get 2 tons of iron? That's pretty legit. I can't be too mad about that. Oh, dude, lockers. Natural opening? Prince Scepter! The savior is here. We got the Prince Scepter, baby. Y'all know what it is. So we do want to go there. We're going to need a ladder here. I'm probably going to want to do a ladder like this. Yeah. 2 tons is 286 stones. I forget stones is a measurement sometimes. All right, so 26, 37. Let's do a little bit of math. 267 times 37, 9,800. But if I cook the food, it's 14,000, which is technically 7 dupes. Since we're at 6 dupes, this is going to be good enough, assuming we cook everything. And we are, so we should be all right. We also get sleet wheat grain this way. Not bad. The thing is that I know I should be going down. But we haven't found a single geyser. That's another thing. This game usually revolves around geyser gameplay, and we haven't found a single one. Feels bad, man. At the same time, feels legit, man. All right, we'll do a little bit of exploration. We'll get plume squash. We're not going to really do ethanol because we don't have... I mean, I guess we do have wood with the Phlox Ranch. Whoa! What was that? Dig. Calm down. That's illegal, dude. I'm thinking maybe we make a second Phlox Ranch. Get a lot of wood. And then we could make ethanol. Ethanol allows us to get the plume squash started. I guess that kind of works. Gotta escape the snow globe. Yeah, we really should. That's where all the geysers are. It's outside of the globe. All right, this area is minus 80 degrees. This guy, if he jumps inside, he takes damage. Feels bad, man. The critters don't know any better, dude. They just climb into the deep cold. Oh, research is done. We got the Spencer Tech. Nice. Plywood press. Huh. Start doing plant husks. I did not consider that. We'd probably do plant husk. Now, I'll probably grab the incubator stuff. A lot of my first playthroughs, I starved in the snow globe until I started fertilizing the pike apples. I have not done fertilizer in any of my playthroughs. That I'm thinking about it. I don't think I have. I don't think I've used it even once. Every once in a while, I check the straw poll. Oh yeah, I need to do a new straw poll. I have one in mind that I wanted to ask you guys. Basically, you guys know how I kind of changed the streaming schedule slightly? We went from doing Oni every, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday is a different game. And then we recently changed it to that we would do one game at a time. But we would stream that game every day. I don't know which one is better. So I want to do a straw poll to kind of see what you guys think about that. That would be the new straw poll that I want to do. I actually can't build the setup until we get the flocks to set up. I really need the wood. How much longer, dude? Dude, 200 EXP? It's almost time. All right, so we know that we're doing the door setup here. So it's door, and then it's door there. Oh, damn, fries? I take the fries. I mean, we have food though, so technically this is long-lasting food. I watch you mostly based on the game. I'm around for Oni and Satisfactory and stuff like that. PoE, not so much. That's fair. That is fair. Everyone has the game category that they're fond of. A lot of people are like that. It's not just you, so don't worry about that. So like during the time we're doing Oni and Satisfactory during the week, you hear every day. I'm also thinking about checking out Pow World. The 1.0 just dropped. It looks pretty good. Get the Pokemon vibes in. Kind of the same. I play PoE, but I don't watch it. That's fair. PoE is very much a game where you only watch to learn about like the new content. In which case that's on YouTube, right? Not really live. Twitch algorithm doesn't actually exist. That's not a thing, sadly. Pokemon Let's Go. Oh, is that the cell phone game? Pokemon Let's Go. Wait, this is not right. That's where it's supposed to be. That's the one where there's this Japanese grandpa on the bike with like 50 phones on his dashboard. And he'll just ride somewhere and just catch all the Pokemon. I played since the release. Does it become more than just hatching eggs for best pals? I heard that it's a lot better, but it's still the same game at the heart of it. It's crafting survival, right? So if you like crafting survival games with like Valheim, maybe Enshrouded, but then the combat is more like you have Pokemons to help you out. And instead of having you crafting survival by yourself, the Pokemons become players in a sense that you could assign them to do the crafting while you're exploring and stuff. So it's kind of like a more solo-oriented game. The loops turned into hatching and waiting just for perfect eggs. I heard that there's like a raid system that's pretty cool. Team Rocket attacks you. And that it's not bad. There's bosses now that you fight. Stuff like that. And then they have dungeons. Kind of like how Enshrouded has those towers. They have dungeons in Power World. I don't actually know. I've just watched a couple videos on it. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone get into the point at 1.0 where they're doing that much hatching. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know to the degree of how much that becomes all of the game, since I've never played the game early on at that point. It's like when you play Satisfactory and, you know, you have a lot of the building tools kind of already there. Like zooping and all that. Vertical stacking, nudging. Apparently before 1.0, none of that existed. And it's like, I can't even imagine how bad that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, not having none of that stuff seems like a nightmare. Oh, it's time. Three. Can we save the homie? Oh, he died. 4, 5. We have exactly 5 Floxes. All right, let's go. Set up to ranch. Keep on wheeling. We're going to be getting powers connected. Not bad. I kind of want to get a battery. I guess it will be on this side. Let's try to get that connected and built. Didn't see a lot of hatching, a lot of min-maxing with the pals. Yeah, the min-maxing comes with the breeding, waiting for them to hatch in-game. I heard because of the Nintendo stuff, they had to change a couple of things. So some of the interactions might be slightly different. But I hear that they're now trying to do more of different games instead of doing the Pokemon style. They're instead doing more like the crafting survival games. Yeah, since 1.0, I hear that they've been kind of like pivoting a little bit. And kind of not really creating its own genre, but kind of at the same time. Oh, did we get wood? Wood. 1386. I don't know if we actually sheared. We gotta be running though. Alright, once we get to here, we get minerals. Igneous. Oh my god. No more having to rely on wood. We get normal tiles. That's such a good time. Isn't it good Norwegian wood? I'm not sure, man. I would imagine that the harsh climates make it adapt and not be as sturdy, but who knows? Maybe they are. Because if it's the wood we get from IKEA, that stuff, I don't know, man. I guess that stuff is all right. If that's the same wood I have in my bed for my pallets. The wood 2x4s that you put at the base of the bed. Oh, dude, give me my wood. Let's go. Huh, I could just use cinnabar ore and make door walls, huh? I don't know about that. It's all plywood. Yeah, I thought it was plywood. Plywood had its place, I guess. It kind of does. No dig skill. That's Layra. Well, pow. And then let's go for the lockers. Get some nice, cool sweaters. Sometimes. And then we want to be digging for the minerals. They change the catching balls so the pals don't appear from the balls but near you. Okay. I hear there was something with the gliding pals. Something with that change. I'm not sure. Oh, it was a Beatles song. Where knowing she would got censored out for Norwegian wood. Dude, what in the world is that, man? I mean, if it works. You could glide down, and then lots of the pals could fly. I saw a video. It said something about some of the interactions with that change, but like more or less is about the same. But yeah, I don't know enough about that, man. Proper ice biome. Whoa! Oh, that's chlorine. Chlorine. Is this a bee biome? Yeah, it is. Uranium. Okay, so we got the bees right here. Alright, cool. Tiles, granite. Oh my god. We got tiles. Yeah, a few things change, but like nothing game breaking. Yeah, sounds about right. It's funny, man. I'm hearing like a lot of people are saying Nintendo should start stealing from Pal World. That they have a lot of good ideas. That's what some of the reviewers say. Yeah, that's funny. Can you imagine if that happens and then there's a reverse lawsuit where Power World sues Nintendo? We've come full circle, dude. That'd be kind of crazy. Dude, we got minerals now, dude. This is so nice. But it's only their first game. Oh, as a studio, that's their first game. That's, no man, that's pretty nice. First game. Ooh. Ice. Build supply that's bad at building. A rocket pilot that's pretty good at building. This is good for landing on a new planet. The only thing we will need with this guy is digging skill. Oh yeah. That's kind of like that's the corporate mindset. Right? Like how Fortnite stole from DayZ with the you know, what do you call that? Battle Royale style. Some people think they could do it better, man. See that all the time everywhere. It's like how The Ring was based off of the Japanese movie. That's exactly the same thing. I don't know if I want to take a dupe right now. We have the food. We do. Setting up a rocket pilot right now wouldn't really help out. Second build supplier is decent. I don't want the flatulent dupe. The ice we have a lot of. Yeah, we'll take Camille. We have the bed for you, Camille. Build supply operator. Just a normal build dupe. But yeah, man, a lot of times that's just how the companies kind of like operate, and it's kind of just become a thing where like the people are doing the same thing too. Feels bad, man. Not a lot of innovation anymore. Okay, so the bees are chilling. We have a brine ice. Is this a saltwater biome with hydrogen and sand? That's what it looks like, and it's just really cold. Ice biome extends. Princeptor. Getting to the Mammoth might be kind of nice, and then we can start getting suits. And then now that we have these guys... Oh, we never actually upped the priority on that. We should. We kind of want to get this built. My dupe that does digging. Oh, he's farming. We lower that. And then they could finally start digging this out. Oh, they might be digging this instead. And then we're not fertilizing the bottom. I guess you could help out with farming, I guess. Yeah, our only farmer right now is literally the chef. Alright, let's do ranching farming for the rancher. Hopefully that helps us out, because I need to make sure we're getting O2 generated. Okay, get the corner built, and then we want this. Eggs will be here. I probably just do airflow here. Cool. Lock the doors. Oh, I locked him in. And he stopped building. He just drops 200 Cinnabar right there. What the heck, man? Alright, we're gonna give them another hour of downtime. Quartz crystal could be nice for a light source for the chefs. Get the lit workplace. Dinner time, you gotta feed the babies. Alright, we got this set up. I probably do want the plant pulverizer. Smoker would not be bad to generate heat as well. We have 2,000 wood. We're just not bringing it back to the wood pile, which is fine. And we gotta get those granite tiles built. So last time I played this, I think what we ended up doing was we went through the Abyssalite and then we kept the center cold and we warmed up the other areas. And then we just put a liquid lock here. That was what we did because at the time I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if we want to do that same strategy, but we might. Dirt's really good. You have minerals now. Wood's going up. Whoa, no Bamids, only the Phloxes. So the heaters are going to be sustained. That's going to be CO2. Smokers could drop out the CO2 here for the plants. I'm thinking about moving some solid CO2. Solid carbon dioxide. This might be a bad idea. We're gonna move that here. How much is this? Yeah, it's like 30 kgs. This is in grams. This is in grams. That's in grams. Okay, everything's in grams. So that should be not too bad. It might make this a little cold though. We're just gonna take some of the solid CO2 from here and just drop it. Try to get that done and then get this done. Lock the door. So my rancher is wheels. You are banned from going through this door. Can we move the Cinnabar to here? Once we are ready with this, we got to finish building this first. Dude, I think we're stabilized. I think we're at a point where we can't lose. Like from this point out, being on a cold planet, I think it's just going to be a benefit. I feel like if you actually get by the starter first 50 to 100 cycles of food and oxygen, which we're not getting by. Holy shit, I just realized the oxygen is actually pretty bad. We be good. But this, you know what? We are not good, I guess. We are not good right now. No geysers. Still relying off of the alveo vera. That's eating ice. Yeah, man, stable. Stable pog. So we are allowed to use the electrolyzer, but we are not going to be allowed to do the submerge spawn. No infinite storage with those builds. But we don't have water. We're going to want to do a lot of exploration. Alright, we're going to want to start trimming out the ice biome here. We do want to get at least this Wheezewort. It makes a lot of sense. Warm coats. Give one to Meep. Guess we give one to D-Mare. I might want to get another toilet. Oh, this is done. Okay, so we have to not allow anyone in. But we give Keep on Wheeling special access. He is VIP. And then Phlox Eggs. Priority 9. Oh my god. Leave. Oh no, the slip. Imagine he died from slipping. That would have sucked. Alright, sandstone ladder. Dig through this. Go through the top. We could actually do all that. I want to trim everything up top. And I think if we can, we might want to go through here. I feel like that makes sense if we do want to combine these biomes. Don't want to go through the snow globe. Wow, Kai beacons. Swimming does not help here. The fishes are gonna die. Yeah, I don't think we take anyone. I guess we could take the fish. But like, they're not gonna be able to do anything. They're trying, man. They're trying to do something. Try to upgrade the bathroom if we can. Want to probably try to get this insulated so that we can get insulated pipes for proper toilets. Would be not that bad. More food. Yeah, it's not bad to have more food. Cold fish. Isn't that kind of like sushi? Fish fillets. Not Friday, man. Fish fillet Fridays. Though, I guess it really do be like that sometimes. Okay. It's starting to look like the oxygen is not included, boys. How are you starving, dude? Alright. P-Dirt. 3 tons. We're gonna have to start sublimating. Feels bad, feels bad. I mean, there's already polluted oxygen everywhere. Oh, I don't have deodorizer. Let me grab that first. Yeah, we might. Let's dig this to get some of this first. Slow to death. Now we got the pea dirt. That's always there. That's kind of nice. Get the pea dirts, baby. All right, a little bit of oxalite right there. Get these two. I guess there's here we could trim as well. Is there any reason you don't have it? I don't have the technology. I don't have the technology. They don't actually give it to you when you do the research portal, which kind of sucks. Sconce. Yeah, it's right here with the mask. But basically, I just don't have the tech. I didn't realize they didn't actually give that to you, but they really should. It's weird that they don't. I thought they gave it to you, to be honest. So it's like, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair. Not even that you forgot. I just didn't. I thought they gave it to you, but they don't. Low-key jank. Ah, you usually research it. That's fair. Oh no, gas pressure. Okay, my dupes. Is there any oxalite up top? There is not. Alright, the last resort is we just plug in an electrolyzer. That is the last thing we could do. That honestly is not bad. Just have an electrolyzer running. We have about the dupe count you want for that too. And then all we have to do is do the collecting of the hydrogen. We technically kind of have a spot for it here too, so it's not too bad. It does. Having an open electrolyzer probably works out really well. I need to get the hydrogen generator though. Maybe we should grab that instead. Smart battery into H2 tech. Alright, you know what? We're already doing the deodorizer, so we'll use the deodorizer plus pea dirt for now. We will stop doing the shenanigans over here. Just tech up. How are we? Oh my god, this is low priority. They're not melting ice for water, so we can't research. That's so jank. Thank you. Boil the waters, man. Oxygen is pretty good down here. Let's bump this up to a 7. The researcher needs to be there. It is. Get the deodorizer tech next to this. I mean, since the map already has a lot of P oxygen, maybe we just have this start running. And then just start moving the dirt from the outhouse. A little bit of food poisoning in the air didn't hurt anyone. Just added flavor, dude. Just a little bit of added flavor. Alright, we're gonna get that flavored oxygen tomorrow. For now, the dupes be sleeping. Extra aroma, man. We're gonna call this stinky scented. It doesn't smell bad, it just smells like stinky. The dupe. Totally legit. A little bit of polluted oxygen. Little bit of gas pressure, but it's breathable. And then once we get this tech, we'll add in the deodorizer on the side. After that, we're going to be grabbing hydrogen tech. Probably get our first bomb on this side. We need them to move the CO2 so it falls down and feeds these guys. We're so close. 18. 19. Deodorizer. Alright, let's get that up. Let's grab the H2 tech. That also means I need to get a rock crusher started. We'll just put that there and start getting some tiles. Let's try to get these built first. Then after we get all this built, we're going to start laddering up. I feel like the liquid or the CO2 here is going to be the first thing that kind of like liquefies. So I should probably like open that part up, I feel like, because this part's going to melt and then the hydrogen's going to sneak in, and then it's like I might as well just have that built with that in mind. You're not suffocating? Oh, dude, slipping and suffocating is a bad time. Alright, it's starting to be breathable here, man. Alright, man, we're doing priority 9 here. Come on, my dupes, what are you guys doing? Everyone's just sitting there eating. We need to include some oxygen. Not gonna lie, man. Now that the food we beelined and now it's not a problem. I mean, we did get lucky and get a delivery of food from the printing pod early on, so it kind of smoothed everything out. This is pretty good. We could ride with 7 dupes for a while. Until we get the Phlox eggs in mass and the electrolyzer up, and then we'll probably expand population then again. After that, we're probably going to be stabilized on food and oxygen. If we are, I'm going to try to look for geysers. Either that or start working with the bammets, because we kind of want the shearing for the thimble reed. Or the reed fiber. But yeah, this is true random for the geysers, right? 16 unknown. So we don't really know what we have here, nor do we know where anything is actually at. All we know is that the initial starter biome has no geysers. That's the one thing we know. There's no geysers here. Do the belly rubs. The first deodorizers to clean up the oxygen. Let's go. Wait, do we have sand? We don't have sand. Oh my god. Oh my god, we don't have sand. Leaky oil fissure, dude, that's so much heat because it's non-stop running. We could rock crush, but the thing is that we're already on a map with almost no minerals. I guess we could rock crush the cinnabar ore into mercury. But like, I don't know if that's worth. And then it's like we just get the minerals that we have from this area. That's so funny, dude. No sand. This is quite literally, I'm realizing, the exact opposite of the Aquatic Planet Pack. APP gives you all the water. You could swim through it. It's warm. And you get a lot of sand. And then it's like, this is the opposite. It's solid water that you can't swim through. There's still gravity with the snow. And you get no minerals, no sand. Any reason you never built out of snow? So I wanted to build out of wood tiles or regular tiles with the minerals because of the run speed bonus. Snow does not get that. Though we should have used it. Probably. Like the area here was snow initially. But then we replaced it. But yeah, run speed, man. Run speed bonus is kind of nice. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. You can play with snow tiles if you really want. We probably should have to save on the wood, but it worked out the end. I mean, we have sand, we just don't have that much. Alright, looks like this deodorizer strat is going to be very short-lived. And then the next thing we're going to be working on is... Dude, it might actually be doing it this way, yeah. Wood ladders, because we're going to have wood in range more than the minerals, and it looks like this place is just so unbreathable. It's probably better to just use the wood now that we're able to shear the floxes. It's more breathable though. We just gotta breathe in the flavored oxygen. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Alright, we're gonna stop moving CO2. Gotta build out some of the stuff there still. We want to get the ladders. Start setting up the hydrogen setup. That's going to generate so much oxygen, we're going to be fine. And then at that point, it's just making sure we have a balance. So that is gas element sensor. We're going to grab that and smart battery. Set high priority on the deodorizers. We do that too. Bump this up to a 7. The sand is just all the way over here, and it's unbreathable. Right? They're holding their breath the entire way. Part of the reason why we want to use wood ladders. I should really put the sublimation station here. But we were going to plan on put an electrolyzer here, so hopefully it's going to be fine. They are also grabbing the granite for this tile setup right there. Oh, first couple eggs. 4 eggs at the same time. That's for the 4 floxes there. Can't be too mad about that. This guy got dropped or something? We could put 5 in here. Deodorizers are working. Let's go. Wow, it's so cold that the moment we spawn the food poisoning, it dies off. That's kind of nice. Smart battery. We're going to need to get a little bit of refined metal. It might actually be iron that we might want to try to grab, because we're going to need that for like automation wire and stuff. And I think mercury melts too fast. If we're going to try to use that, minus 38, it becomes a liquid. Yeah, we won't be able to use mercury on the electrolyzer. Okay, it's probably going to be the iron right here. Probably have to. I don't think there's anything we could really do to avoid that. Okay, we are going to do a bin of this here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off. And every time we get oxalite, we're just going to move it to this bin so that we get some oxygen in this area. So because we don't have a sconce, we're just going to have to use a bin selected with oxalite. Feels bad, man, but we got to do what we got to do. Stress is real, boys. Oh, it's really just D-Mayor. He's stressed out because of the soggy feet. Real life struggles, boys. Your feet ever get so soggy that you start getting mad? Oh, and start shedding tears. Dude, we gave you a sweater, dude. Not good enough? I guess we had to give him some nice socks. No. Oxygen's getting cleaned up a little bit. There we go. So copy, paste, and then we're going to turn this off. So they will start moving the oxalite over, and that's going to help out. Oh, they're not cooking the fish. We need to do cooked seafood here then. I guess barbecue as well. Makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, we give them boots. Oh dude, I forgot that got added to. Oh, we don't have rubber. We have to wait till we get plastic, no? What do you need for rubber boots? What is that? Crafting station? Textile loom. You need rubber. We can't get rubber on this map. We can't get rubber on this map. God damn it, dude. Rubber would be so sweet. But you only get that from gumwood, nothing else. Gumwood just doesn't grow here. Even if we were to buy the seed, it's not the right temperature. Yeah, you can't use plastic for it either. That's the worst thing. It's literally, as they say, rubber boots. Plastic stuff, man. Yeah, man, we need to get rubber seals. The thing with that is that I feel like it's so late in the game that it's not worth. That you might be just better off with like a weird variant of the flocks. I don't even know how that works. Because it's like rubber, like you're gonna get plastic before seals. I feel like you would get plastic before seals. I mean, I might be wrong, but it feels like that's the case. What the hell? This is just open? What the hell is this? I mean, I guess that works, but then I have to put a roof here now. We should get snow boots. Snow boots would be not bad. See, the thing with snow boots is that, like, by design, they slow you down. Snow boots, I feel like, if you've ever worn snow boots, it's hard to walk in them, man. Build ladders over the snow, not run on the liquid CO2. The dupes are just gonna be like, I'm just gonna run on CO2. I would have to like dig out the space below as well. That's the funny thing. Like, I know the dupes are gonna be like, oh yeah, look, ladders. I'm just gonna keep running on the snow. Dupes do that, man. Ice skates give the dupes move speed on ice. Could we call it like ice cleats or something like that? So that it's literally prevents slipping. Because I'm thinking like, you can't walk with skates on. I'm just thinking to myself, dude, that's hard, dude. That should inherently give a penalty instead. Soccer cleats, but made for ice. And then it's like you don't slip. And then that kind of makes sense because, you know, cleats just in general give you grip. Make them do penguin walks. But make it so that they actually move at normal speed, so they're doing the penguin walk, but really fast. That'd be really funny. You just see the dupes waddling around. Alright, we're going to be setting up a hydrogen area. Once these get enough CO2, I guess the pressure is not high enough to push everything down. The other thing we will want is a ladder right here. Just don't want to build that yet because all the minerals on the side. I need this to be breathable first. This lines up. This is going to be our edge. Oh, this is not prioritized. That's why no one's cleaning this. Okay, oxygen is a little bit cleaner here now. Sand has gone down by exactly 1 ton so far. Oh, we have copper. Oh yeah, we got some from the pod earlier. All right, let's melt all the copper. Yeah. That's gonna be our automation wire to get it started. Smart battery. Not bad. We're gonna get exactly 1,000. It's pretty decent. Oh no. D Mayor looks like Butters from South Park crying in the rain. But you know, you gotta take the bad with the good, man. That's why it makes you feel alive. Camille's over there just falling on themselves. Crying in the CO2 rain. It really do be like that. It's funny, man. He has the comb over too. Like a true emo kid. Shaved sides, comb over, baseball cap, wearing a parka. Oh, and he slips. Dude, he's having a bad day. Oh, and he's crying again after he fell, dude. Oh, dude. That's so sad. A man's having the worst day of his life. It's like, oh, my knees. My knees. No one is stopping by and asking me if I'm okay. No, I'm gonna cry on this little island. All around me is a million faces, smiling faces, smiling faces. Oh, Camille almost fell. And he's over it. Let's go, D-Mayor. No more crying, man. You got this, buddy. I hear you, Mamba. I know. Now we're gonna work our way up. D-Mayor is gonna be fine. We gotta research the gas element sensors that we're gonna need for the hydrogen. We have gas pump tech, right? Yeah, we do. Gas res would probably be what we would want afterwards. And then gas pipe element sensor. I don't have that. Where is gas pipe elements? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so that's fine. Then we need gas shutoff. That's not the valve. I guess we could make a mechanical filter. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, look at that. Ethanol, baby. Sweet, sweet ethanol. Gotta make sure the dupes don't swim in it, because it's gonna be a bad time. Well, I guess it wouldn't be too bad. Alright, not bad. People of chat. This was totally our first run. And we totally didn't have anyone die or had any problems. And that this was a great start. I mean, all in all, this is our second attempt. And not playing on Blasted Ceres I needed a run through, you know? That's all it was. Once we got the rundown, got that from Jim, it was fine. And you know, a little bit of sacrifice had to be made, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not too bad anymore. Looks like we worked it out. Of course, people in the chat, it is going to be time for me to wrap things up for the night. Ooh, ooh. All right, where are my fossils? 1, 2, 3. This one's in the bottom planet. That kind of makes sense. Another bee biome here. This is great because now they could start harvesting and I don't even have to look for them. This looks pretty cold. This one is just cold anyways. That's going to be fine. And it's going to be time for us to get that saving.